What's up, everybody? Scrapton, Clash, Arthur, Tree, Cool Guys, Marson, SL, Mama's here, Mario. Yeah, if you guys want to come over and set up my green screen every day for me while I'm in bed, I'd be more than happy to use the webcam again. But it's got to be set up and taken down every day, so please allow an extra 30 to 45 minutes of your day to come over and set that up for me. I'm not going without a green screen. It's like, you know, once you drive a Cadillac going back to a Dodge, you know. Just can't do it. Sammy B, Nadir, Mitna, Jose, what up, what up? Anyway, playing around with Cookie's, crazy booster right here. It's got all the unique defenses on it, but check out my Earth Shatter. Tier 1, 4.2 million, 96, 141% crit damage. Holy crap, dude. At 8.1 mil it went up to at tier 1. Crazy.
I mean, it's of course way too much right now because of all the different defenses, but still.
Right. Well, it's fun to play with and see the big numbers, you know?
Not big numbers if you put a Frosty Power next to it.
Oh, yeah. Be some ridiculous numbers then.
Yeah. Like you can get around, I don't know, 3 billion damage on it. Or defense block.
Jeez.
From the screenshot I posted earlier, it was pretty much with that setup.
That's crazy.
So yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine you would use. You didn't put a 5-bar diverse power on that, did you?
Yeah, you don't have one. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't waste a 5-bar diverse power on a buff beam, or a boost star. I don't think. Unless you had had them just laying around.
I wouldn't know what else to put on it, really.
You know, I've been doing some of these Onslaught maps with like 2 Earth Shatters and a PDT in a lane, and it's always a little sketchy until it gets upgraded. But I'm wondering if you threw a boost in the mix with that, it would be like full-on AFK. I bet.
We can test it later on, maybe.
Yeah. Frostbite Tower is really good. There, Marson. Frosty Power is extremely good.
I mean, when I did it, I did Mastery earlier, and sometimes I just throw down one Shredder, one PDT, and Frosty, and just left that lane, and it was AFK.
Yeah. What does Exploit Weakness do? It's... Theoretically, it's for headshots and siege roller butts, but the only thing that's 100% confirmed it works on is siege rollers. But it's supposed to be headshots, is what Trendy was intending. I'm not sure if it's working perfectly. That's just the most disappointing ability ever.
Damage is so low.
Yeah, it's like just a little tickle damage. Let me rain these fire arrows down on you and give you a little tickle. That's about all it is. Very disappointing. Anyway, everybody, we're going to be farming some crafting materials up today. We do have a spot open, so we're going to do public matches. And we'll do, since we've only got one spot open, we'll do 2 matches and then remake the group. You guys good with that?
Yeah, sure.
No win streak bonus for you, Omni. But now check it out, the marking tornado, it remarks. It's so awesome. So you throw the tornado, it marks them, and they're instantly remarked as the damage ticks. You can get 5 of them off if you're spamming.
You want your knockup duration up then, wouldn't you? Guild that shard as well.
I don't have enough of them. I'm not going to go farm those to guild them. As soon as I find that staff, I'll be moving on to the next hero. I still haven't got my
Must be.
EV2 tricked out.
I'm still
He's
trying
got
to
the
trick
power.
on my barbarian, but that will still take a lot of time.
Yeah. You guys need dungeon stuff, I take it?
Well, we will always need it.
Yeah.
Yes, anything.
Yeah. Pretty
You can
much.
always just hit the continue button.
Molten Citadel it is. Always nice to start the day in Molten Citadel, you know? What's going on there, Shin? We got two different Shins. Shin Squared. Thank you guys very much for coming out. Tree Rover, Mario. There's Ben. Ben Kenobi has arrived. Alright, here we go. Oh, I made it private. God dang it.
Habit.
Sorry. Yeah, it's definitely habit.
I mean, and if you go from private heaven, it is always set to private anyway. If it goes from town, it's public.
Oh, by default, yeah.
Yeah.
In this day and age, there, ILV, you can use any heroes or defenses you want. You just have to have them modded properly. Quicksilver, what's up? Quick Nike? Alright, let's try this again. Yep. It gave somebody else's decaying.
Oh, okay, I am.
Oops, I missed.
Expedition. And then Molten Citadel. Public. You want any champion score? Or just leave it at 0?
I don't care. I've been putting 5,000.
Yeah, okay. Right. Then here we go.
What's going on there, Dole? It's possible. Without her, Greg, you just have to move your walls back where the hex throwers aren't going to just destroy them instantly. There's Valentina. You covering the air with them archers there, Omni?
Yeah, I should do.
Okay. You want anything else in the mid, or are you all good?
Should do it okay. I've got enough mana anyway, so I could just spam more archers. I'll just look at them.
Looks like we there. Got 20 more. Mass Destruction is 55 stars there, Tree River. Yeah, the Apprentice is feeling really good. I've been having a lot of fun with him. The Adept is even more so ridiculous. I'm using that marking bubble now, so I'll be spamming the tornadoes like crazy. If any mobs live long enough. That staff is super cool looking. I wish Trendy wouldn't have made it where you couldn't tinker a tinkered item, or you couldn't remove items from a tinkered item. That's
really
a
weird.
little bit of a bummer. So now I'm stuck with this staff until I get another AP staff.
I don't even get the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the whole auction house thing. They don't want to destroy the economy by having somebody selling perfect weapons, you know?
Yeah, I get that, like, selling, but, you know, tinkering for yourself.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Deadly Strikes works, but it only gives you a very small value. I'm going to be doing Poison Dart Tower here, a spotlight later. Poison Dart Towers, the problem is the range is really short. Pardon me. And just with the range gambit, you're 500 within the range. So I actually did a little trickery with the old PDTs so I could still get max range. And, you know, I changed my Ascension. I didn't max the gambit, which gave me a boost in defense power. Basically, on the PDT, if you use a ungilded Deadly Strike shard, you need 19 points into your Ascension to max it. If you don't use, these archers aren't getting the job done here. We need something else in the mid.
How about a barbarian? That always works.
Barbarian to the rescue.
Yeah. If you just take care of the flyers, then I will hold the middle lane.
One more shot and the core is dead.
That's fine. Means there will be nothing else coming from the middle.
Oh, anyway, if you use ungilded Deadly Strike shards on PDTs, you need 19 points into Ascension to max the range on it. If you use a gilded Deadly Strikes, then you only need 9. Or is it 10? Maybe it's 10. It's 9 or 10. I don't remember for sure. I'd have to look at it again. But that... Not that it's giving you a whole lot of defense power, but it's taking away all those minus 30s. So it's actually... Your best bet on PDTs is just to not go with full range and stack up the power on them. However, like, these are full range PDTs, and they're still, you know, they're still getting the job done. They're not as strong as 4,500 range PDTs would be, though. I have to sink all the mana into this.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's got 260 DU on this lane and it's not holding. What does that tell you?
Flimsy archers?
Tells you the Abyss Lord needs more love. The Rapsters are good, but...
The Ramses are insane. Especially for frosty lanes.
Oh yeah. It's amazing how much damage they're doing on the Frosties.
Yeah, simply because of this fire server. Yeah, I still don't know if that is intended or not. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Because it is logical that fire does extra damage against Frosty, but still seems a little bit ridiculous.
Oh yeah. 100 resets. Man, I'm gonna be at maxed ascension caps at like 25 resets. I don't know why you guys are going so many times. Just push Onslaught, for God's sakes. That's your answer.
That's what I'm doing for now. Like, I have 50.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to 50... I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the 50. I mean, I want to for the XP bonuses, but I don't know if I'll do it. I mean, once I get to 999, I just don't really see the point in pushing it any further.
Well, they said they will change Ancient Power later on, like in their roadmap, kind of.
Well, they need to. It's...
Yeah, I know.
You know,
so it's pretty much preparation.
I've been telling them they need to do something with Ancient Power for 6 months.
I mean, it was pretty obvious since the release. Because, like, everyone was complaining about it.
I just told you, cool guys, if you max out your range gambit, you're 500 short in range. So the problem is wasting a mod slot. Do you want to use a mod slot? Or do you want to, you got to make a choice. Do you want to go max range, or do you want to use a mod slot or a shard? That's your choice. But yes, range gambit alone on any defense won't get it to the max. There's no defenses that it will. And I mean, it depends on what you want. Like I said, you can get a lot more power out of them by going with 4,500 range instead of 5,000. But if you want that extra 500 range, you can get it. It's just a matter of reassigning your ascension a little. I tell you, man, I've been having really fun on The Apprentice. I can't even imagine playing the Adept with this setup. With that marking bubble. It's going to be so good.
Well, at least, I think the lightning is not global, right?
What's that?
The arc lightning is not global.
Yeah. The buffs are currently really buggy. Their playlist namer, like none of the defense buffs are triggering a hero. The hero while buffed. So if you're not a self-buffing hero, you don't get any benefit from the buff shards. And a lot of the defenses aren't triggering in shards, like Destructive Pylon isn't triggering the buffed on defenses, which it should. It needs a balance pass. But the while buffed shard or mods are definitely a little bit not quite dialed in. No doubt about it.
Now there are also some mods are pretty weird with interactions. For example, the Earthquake mod scales with your hero crit damage and hero crit chance. For some reason.
Huh. And then there's Drenching Strikes. Melee Boom Explosions is proccing Drenching Strikes.
It's also Burning Strikes. Also a Life Leech from the Ancient Power. So they trigger a lot.
Life Leech for Ancient Power for me isn't working.
Well, it only works for the other players. Like if another guy has Life Leech on your party, then it will work for you.
Well, you know how you get it to work?
But
You can make it work, but it's irritating.
yeah.
Every match you load into, you've got to unassign and reassign your Ancient Power points, and then it works. Like what? Oh, this match is almost over, so no point now, but... Yeah, every match, if you unassign and reassign your AP points, then it works. It's definitely buggy.
Oh, it's way more buggy. Like, if it works, it actually interacts with Siphon Sense as well.
Right.
On the boom. Like, I can just stand around low life, press Siphon Sense, and full life from the boom. Simply by that.
Nothing good. Nothing good at all. Every defense scales a little differently with Vicious Strikes there, Shin. It depends on what their range scaler is. I'm wondering if just 2 will work. Let's see. Go with a proton instead. Yeah, anyway, I've got... What am I using on my PDT? I do have Gilded Deadly Strikes, but then if you look at my Ascension, I've only got 10 points into the range gambit. So, it's not as good as going Light Ascension, but it does work. I'm going to put real air defense down on me. I'm not going to trust on them flimsy archers.
Them flimsy archers.
Flimsy archers. So disappointing. That was one of the first things I wanted to check out and get dialed in was archers. And they're just so disappointing. We're out of DU. We got nothing on this lane, so you're going to have to do something here. You're hogging all the DU there, dude.
It wasn't me, man.
Or never mind, we've got stuff up there already. I didn't see those. I just assumed it was you spamming more archers. You might as well just go Aris here. It's, I think the most mana efficient.
I mean, I could just hold this lane solo, but nah. Safe is safe.
Yeah.
Just gonna make it a challenge that they don't get to the auras.
I'm probably gonna do the barb soon. It doesn't matter there. I don't really recommend anybody use Ancient Power right now. I would push Onslaught floors to the limit before you even think about Ancient Power. And mods give you the ability to do that. So like right now is an absolute terrible time to be using Ancient Power, in my opinion.
Some people still do it because it's just so easy right now.
Right. I mean, it's completely easy mode AFK, so you get that benefit too. But long term, you're going to want to use, or you're going to want to push Onslaught floors at some point,
Yeah. I guess that's what I'm doing. Got back to floor 124, so now every floor is more starting Ascension as well.
Yeah. Same thing with me. I'm getting some starting Ascension back as well, which is nice. I think actually I only need I need one more floor, and my starting Ascension is 420.
Yeah, then you can't push any floors anymore, bro.
I wanted to go as far as I can though, or go as far until it gets too grindy. It has been a little grindy, I'll be honest.
I mean, 510 or something is definitely possible.
The thing you get is every time you open that victory chest, you get that little excitement about whether or not a C8 amp is going to be there, you know? And it's...
I don't even expect like any C8 amps, so I'm rather surprised if I get one.
Oh, they're so rare, it's ridiculous, but I mean, that's the thing that keeps you going, you know?
Like I never found one, and then one day I found two, and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Every time I crack that chest open, I am staring at it, waiting for something else to pop after the crafting materials.
I'm still looking for the unique mod for Barb. Like I don't even know what it is. Like I don't even know if it exists for like 80 plus.
Oh, well, you'd think it would, huh? They said all the heroes.
Yeah, like it has at least one unique mod, so that could be also the reset mod. Like the AP one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it exists or not. Like I've never seen it. Never heard of it.
What do you got on your boostar there?
I got Destructive Pylon, Think Destruction, and the Gilded Deadly Strikes.
Oh, nice.
Simply because of a Gilded Deadly Strikes, the range is around 1050 or so, and Destructive Pylon has a range of 1000, so...
Oh, it's perfect then, yeah.
Yeah, just makes it easy to see, like, okay, where Can I put stuff that it gets hit by the destructive pylon?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I still have another boost aura, which is pretty much just a Serenity aura. So yeah.
Everything's dying so quick, I'm not even getting any targets marked.
I mean, I'm killing every mob here with just one swing, so it's fun.
Oh yeah.
And the range on jumping with the barb with the light weapon is so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy that it does that.
Yeah. And I don't even know why, because with every other weapon, like heavy, medium, you don't have any AoE on your AR. It's just with the light weapon.
Yeah. You can see Omni listed on the... If you're in the official DD2 Discord, his name will be over there onto the right, Finder. He changed his name. I think it says Modney now or something like that.
It's Modney. Unless he changed it back.
I'll give you a warning though, he's not very good at answering his Discord messages. I can vouch for that 100%.
Depends on the timing, I guess.
Yeah. You even there, Omni?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say you're awfully quiet.
He really is.
Modney. It's because Omni gets all the good mods. It's hacks, is what it is. You know that skin, that green quality skin staff? If you are ever messing around your apprentice, equip that thing and look at the shot on it. It is so cool. It's a bunch of little flaming birds, like wings flapping really fast that fly out of it. I actually debated on using that instead of the Pathfinder if I found a proper one. That's how weird my life leech from my ancient power is actually working today without resetting the points.
It's probably my life.
Oh, that's what it is. I didn't think about that.
Like I said, you get my points, I get your points.
Yeah.
Oh, that roller.
Man, it's like the only 4-bar chips I see anymore is Warbore. It's like, ah, really? What's going on there, Partek? Still looking at the box, waiting for that to drop. I know it's not going to. I'll do one more since they're going so quick before we remake. Just one more. Almost out of coffee. Oh no. gotta deal with my inventory real quick. You want to spam some archers there on me?
Heck yeah.
Is it gonna hold up this time?
Heck yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Heck yeah. What? Quit pinging me. Quit pinging. See what happens when you tell people. Just ping, ping, ping.
Oh, they were asking.
I mean, fine, just I will put down like a few defenses, so the rest is up to you, Omni.
What?
Shocking Revelations is actually super common there, Doug. If you play, remember you can influence your drops. You will get drops for other characters, but you can influence your drops by who's in your deck. If you're playing on an EV actively, you're gonna get them like crazy. Like every map. Or maybe my RNG with them has just been through the roof, but every single map I get one usually when I'm playing active.
Yeah, it really depends on what you have in your deck.
If you have mana, give me more mana.
Okay.
I dropped it all.
Yeah, I got it all.
None but junk.
What a surprise.
Imagine that.
There's 30 left. You need it for anything.
I'm thinking. But I can't think of anything, so...
Yeah, I ended up freeing up an entire, almost an entire bag slot.
Do we have anything?
Last night I went and did all of my dust
I know what
to
do.
get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it freed up almost an entire bag slot. Just from the shard dust. And ended up getting one more gilded, I gilded something else out of the deal. Huh, yeah, I don't know, Doug. I get them all day, man.
Archers.
Supposed to upgrade the flimsy archers, come on. No, they're definitely gonna die.
The swords are only for the expedition there, WTF. Or for the incursion.
Yeah.
It's the puzzle for the incursion.
The puzzle.
Nah, it's 10 shards there, Finder. If it was 40 shards, everyone would scream. I mean, 10 is bad enough. I couldn't even imagine 40. I personally would throw a fit. I would be all over trendy about that if they tried that crap. $40 would be ridiculous. It's real buggy
I would take
right
40
now, Shane.
if I could choose the shots, then hell yeah.
Well, right,
I'm
if you
up
could
for
use
it.
40 of anything, that'd be a whole different thing, though. That would answer my shard storage problem right now. My vault is still completely full of shards. Anyway, the stacking is really buggy right now, Shen. Theoretically, you're supposed to be able to move them back and forth between your vault and have them restack. Yet, for me, it only works like 1 out of every 10 times, maybe.
It works for me every time. Like, I can't see the thing until I remove it back to my bag, but they stack, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't. It works for me like 1 out of every 10. It's very, very strange. Are you auto moving them, or are you manually moving them, and are they locked or unlocked?
I think they're all locked, but I think I did both. I would have to check it again.
See, the first day I moved a bunch of stuff back and forth and it worked, but it hasn't worked for me since then. I've got several crappy stacks. Oh, I've dusted so many Ramster powers and Abyss Knight bargains there. Partech, if I could have gave them to you, I would have.
Sadly or luckily, shard trading is not a thing. Because if shard trading was a thing, I would already know I would have to make so many alternative accounts and play Mastery.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why. That's one of the reasons why they made it so it wasn't a thing. That's what everybody would do.
No.
I mean, it would be the smartest thing, you know?
Yeah. The weird thing is that it actually, if you click on the shards, like the hyper shards, and if you want to upgrade them, it actually tells you to, like, that you can guild it. It's, wow, okay.
Yeah. Alright, Shen, have a good day at work. Thank you very much for swinging by. You need to not have it auto sort and it works for you. I'll have to look at that. In fact, when we go back out, I'll play around with it because I've got some messy moat stacks right now, without a doubt.
I'm pretty sure I had auto sort on, but yeah, not sure. It's always hard to say because it is like 4 days ago or so I did that.
Yeah. Those are all really, really OP defenses there, Smoker Player. Every one of them. I mean, it's what the majority of people are using.
Weapon manufacturer is just broken right now because of Shocking Revelation, but yeah. That's another story.
Yeah. I think disappeared real quick.
I pretty much just got bored of Mastery, just put down weapon masters everywhere and went AFK.
Yeah.
If it works on Mastery, it works everywhere.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Alright, nothing wrong with using the Dryad. If you like playing the Dryad, the same could be said about the Abyss Sword Partech. The Dryad's in way better shape than the Abyss Sword is. The only reason we're even letting Omni use archers here is so it'll shut up. They suck, dude. And you remember how excited I was about it day one. I want archers to be really good, but they're not. They stink.
Explosive arrow is just too weak.
Yeah. It's
like,
just disappointing.
I use heavy
man.
cannonball and it does like 1 million damage, like the cannonball when it crits also. But like the archers have like 30% chance instead of, I don't know, 15.
I think the archers, if they would just give them another 1,000 range, it would make a big difference. But right now, just the amount of damage they put out versus their range is just, it's just not good.
Yeah. Especially versus Zappers.
Opening your shop. There's a good idea, Peaky. Oh, if auto sort is in the bank, it doesn't stack. I get you. Well, I can free up quite a few slots then, because I've got a train wreck going. No doubt about it, with my messy shocks. Messy stacks, messy shocks. I was reading Doug's comment at the same time. Nice, Doug. That and, you know, the C7 amps are starting to overwhelm my inventory a bit.
Yeah, you get so many of them. You're just like, can I trade them for maybe, I don't know, C6 or so?
That would be really cool.
Pretty much just downgrading modes or something like that if you need it.
Yeah.
Then not just to force like to play lower tier just to get the materials.
The limitation with harpies is just like anything else. You're gonna have to play the dryad actively. If you don't want to play the dryad actively, then it's not worth using, in my opinion. You know, being forced to put down a tree, you know, so just to throw one harpy down, it requires 70 DU.
The thing did minus 2 billion damage.
Your harpies?
The Earth Shatterer.
Oh, it's already there. I guess it's the end of the map. Boosted Earth Shatter, man. Wrecking it.
Pretty much.
2 out of 3 of them did over 2.14. There is no place to go for the best chance of getting highest rolled tiers there, Smoker. It's RNG. You can get a full 5 bar in Chaos 1, or you can get a full 5 bar of the same thing in Chaos 7. There is no best tier bucket or anything. It would be cool if there was. Right now, when you have to go back to farm crafting materials, it's irritating.
I would just like it if maybe, like, as well as like C8 ampules increase with the chance, like maybe mods as well, like higher tier. If you just go higher in Onslaught.
Yeah.
Would be another reason just to push it.
Harpies have always done big damage, Finder. But remember, 1.2 million is not anything to write home about anymore. Where that would have been a big number not too long ago, it's not all that big of a number now. So how long is it going to take you to get over this Abyss Sword kick of yours on me?
Yeah, another couple of 100 hours.
Just a few.
Tenacity on Flame Arrows would be for Onslaught, JP. Not for Trials, but Trials is so easy, there's no reason to have a separate set of gear for it. Or Trials, pardon me. Expeditions, you guys know what I mean. It's gonna take me a month to quit saying that. There's just, you know, there's no reason to have a set of gear for Expeditions and a set of gear for Onslaught. Because your Onslaught stuff will smoke all of the Expeditions, you know? The key with everything, though, is not to stare at the tooltip. The key with every defense is to go try it out on maps and see how it does. You know? I mean, on the tooltip, these archers are wrecking it. But in all reality, they're... If you're not here DPSing, we would get overrun and lose. Just in Expeditions. So that's, you know... That's the struggle.
Oh, you have to be fair that archers aren't the best for C7 because of just the zappers.
Well, right. You're fighting against the C7 mold.
Yeah.
Just by using them.
pretty much.
The range gets capped really easy. The range is less now than it used to be, Shin. Yeah, Tenacity is it's the anti-cyborg mod. And it's broken right now, so even a low-quality Tenacity works as if it was a high-quality one. Yeah, Cody, too many people were abusing the whole vendor reset thing.
I wonder why.
It was too OP.
I mean, it was the best viable way to get mods, high tier mods, because it was just so rare.
Well, I mean, you just look at, you run a map, and in 8 minutes or whatever it takes you to run that map, you end up with, say, 30 items that are blue or higher that have a mod in them. When you just reset and go look at the vendor, you end up seeing, 15 to 20 items every 45 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, it was without a doubt the most efficient way. You're just getting more looks, But it got, they'll never tell us, but I would love to know how many login requests there were over the first 20 or 48 hours from all the people resetting. If it was a mana burn AP chip, I'd use that bad boy. But mana burn damage, I don't really have a use for either.
I mean, I would use it, but I'm a barb. I don't have mana.
It doesn't work with one of the barb's resources?
Nope, doesn't. Mana burn doesn't work for him.
And you said the stances are counting as buffs?
They are counting as buffs, yeah.
That's a little OP. That's like the Mystic.
Mystic doesn't count as buff.
People are telling me it is, and that I am stupid.
Well, Gobo said, Gobo is a Mystic main, and he says it doesn't work.
Okay.
So.
Well, then I don't feel as bad then. Because I did a quick spot check. It didn't appear to work, so I didn't bother testing anymore. But I never tested it at full appeasement. I'm sure Gobu did. That's his baby.
Like, I only checked with the stance, took everything off except the one piece with the damage buff chip on it.
Yeah.
Then just checked one swing did that much, and the next swing with the buff did 30k damage more. And yeah, it was only with the Siphon stance, so it can't be the lightning stance.
Yeah. Yeah, stances are counting, Sophisticus. Seems a little broken, but if you like the barb.
Well, I kinda showed him the DPSs and he said, okay, I'm a barb main now.
I mean, you can get pretty good DPS out of just anything now. It seems like 10 mil sustained is the new average. I can get just about every hero up to 10 mil sustained.
My barbarian does right now around 15 million.
50?
15.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's with no abilities or anything. What's what's Hawkstrike doing right now when you drop it?
I have 0 AP, only the one in the
I bet it's going
3
or 400 million.
8 million actually, as a crit. And that's really just the one in the Ascension tree.
Yeah. What's going on there, Tim?
But I just don't see the reason to ever use AP barb. The burst can be nice, but I can just take 2 seconds more and have the DPS still.
Yeah. I like those big booms, Just love the big booms.
It seems like Monk, buff is like pretty weird with Barb as well. Like, maybe I misread it yesterday, but after I got buffed by one monk in the tavern, my DPS with the Lich just went up to 1.1 billion shortly.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, but only with the monk buff seems like pretty overkill.
Yeah. Just gotta dial it in there, Cody. Go all hero damage, 0 ability power. And go all hero damage mods, then all the healthy damage mods. And then for the last one, use whatever you can get to fill the slot.
Medium, light, chip still counts.
They count with the Shadow Flame?
I guess.
I don't think
like
they do. I think it goes by
Shadow
the
Flame
projectiles.
Shadow Flame has like medium or heavy, so or
Yeah,
light.
but that only counts for the melee swing, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it adds anything to the ranged attack. It's like the right-click monk. Using light, medium, or heavy does nothing. But if you go with a triple shot or a quintuple shot or whatever, it adds.
I mean, you can just use both, not like, I don't know, how many shots is it? Like single? You can use a single chip and whatever, medium, light, heavy chip, whatever your weapon is.
Yeah.
Just put it on different
They
pieces.
just
and be
don't
done
seem
with
like
it.
they're working all that great on every hero. I don't know. Something seems buggy with them.
Well, we expected it to be buggy, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big update. Releasing Flawless would have been a pipe dream. Without some bugs, you know? Thank you very much for subscribing there, Xander. I think I missed you about 20 minutes ago. I do appreciate it, though.
Expecting like no bugs is just unrealistic.
Right. Absolutely.
Just shot.
50 more AP points dedicated to the guild system. I'm curious to see what they'll do with that guild system.
Yeah. Like, what will be the difference?
I think it'll be a good thing. I mean, I like the concept of it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, guilds are like always good, but like normally it has some kind of benefit to it.
Yeah.
Like what I would just really like is like with other members from the guild, yes, you could just, you know, do tax-free trading.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to add anything at the end. They're dull. They need to add more stuff at the beginning. They can't build a game for the end game players. The game will fail. If 1% of the population is playing the content, then the game is just going to fail. They need to build the game for the newer user and the medium user. You know, being a free-to-play game, the best thing they could do is make it more casual.
I don't know, it's pretty heavy grind.
I crashed. I crashed.
You crashed.
As you do, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
And there he goes.
Thanks for subscribing there, JP. I do appreciate it very much. Thanks there, Kirk. I appreciate it. Hope your day's going good as well. What should you buy with 1,050 gems? In my opinion, more inventory space.
Definitely.
It's the smartest purchase you can make. I want to switch over to the EV and get the EV fine-tuned, but God, I'm so stuck on that stupid Pathfinder weapon. Must have the Pathfinder weapon.
Must have the ultimate air shuttle, are you? Yeah, come on. Well, he's back. Every other lane is fine, right? Or It seems like it. Yeah. It's just weapon man's spam.
Yep.
Okay, I don't have any mana, so oh well.
Me neither.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we maybe lost some because of Omni, like his DC. Could be. Like, I don't know. Even if not. Pretty sure this lane will hold.
I don't think anybody's gonna buy that eruption on me. Seems like a pretty big price tag for that. I got some things up there too that I don't think anybody's gonna buy.
Oh, right.
The Steam DLC bundles, yeah, right now they're on sale too. If you're gonna buy anything, now's the time to do it. No doubt.
Yes.
It goes for what, 2 more days. So,
Yeah.
I mean, now is a great time. I think they're all 40% off. Isn't that what Trendy
All
said?
of 40% off, yeah.
Nothing will live long enough down here. I can get them marked with the tornado, but I can't get any arcane volleys off because they're all dead before they land.
Then just remove the goddamn timers and replace them with shorter range. It's also an option.
It's all good.
Jesus.
It's a good problem to have, you know?
Yeah.
If it was the other way around.
This booster up here is going ham, like.
Check it out. It's a grind, no doubt about it, Kurt. I don't think anybody would complain if there was more Defender Medal rewards. It's definitely a grind. 14,000 defense power bonus, that's pretty good.
It's 15.7 actually. Like the number
Buggy
seems
tooltip, yeah.
different. Yeah. And 39.06 DCD transfer damage bonus.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of different defenses here, but yeah.
Depends on the defense, Shen. The, like a proton beam, an extra node only costs you 10. Where a weapon manufacturer, an extra node costs you 30. So it's per defense. There's another scatter shot Pathfinder. Yeah, it's something buggy there, Potato. Just try moving them around. Everybody's running into it, though. You are not alone. I've had many weapon mans get destroyed also, just randomly.
Our Shadow has 3.57 million damage.
Nice.
I mean, he's tier 3, but still.
This tier 2 down here is at 346 mil. Unbuffed. Get some of that buffing action going on.
I mean, if you want to. I don't have the mana.
I got some. Here, I'll dump it.
As long as there are no assassins, it should work.
Watch these things wreck it up now. 4 million DPS at tier 1.
What do you even run on your Earthshatterers?
I'm using a gilded knockup, a defense rate, and a destruction.
I don't even know what am I using?
I think that's what I'm using. Let me check. Yeah, destruction, earth toss, and defense rate. And the only thing I got gilded is earth toss.
No, why am I in Dust Test Damage? I don't have destruction on it because I didn't have enough. Did I? Yeah, I have Vamp instead of the destruction.
Yeah.
I need to find more of those.
Man, all those destruction shards we all got rid of.
Yeah, like, can we just, you know, turn back time and, like, tell us don't sell destruction?
There isn't really any must-have heroes, Wesley. You can be competitive in the game with the original 4. You've already got the EV2, that's a big benefit. There's all the other heroes just get at your leisure. There is definitely no must-haves. Nah, the greens don't have a higher chance to drop in higher tiers, Steven.
Let me see, what does one upgrade level do for the boost aura? From 15.7 to 17.2k. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Defense crit damage also went up to 41.9. 41.59.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Was destruction C1 or campaign? I don't even know.
It's C1.
Well,
Thank you very much for subscribing,
C1
Sheldon.
farming.
Yeah. Yeah, you can overwrite a mod that's on an item. One thing to keep in mind though is you cannot. Once you put a mod on an item, you cannot remove that mod later and move it to another item. So, like if you found a really good mod and you want to put it on something, remember that you're locking it to that relic. There's no way to get it off that relic and move it to another one, or armor piece or weapon or whatever. Which, in my opinion, should be changed. But,
Yeah.
you know, I completely understand the not being able to sell tinkered items, but not being able to re-tinker tinkered items, other than just overwrite. I don't think that's right.
Right now, probably best changes would be rescaling the mod levels and yeah, retinkering tinker item.
Wow, I'm rubber banding around like mad here.
Obelisk get more than 2 billion damage.
Always. Thing
Yeah,
is so
it was
good.
buffed as well.
A buffed obelisk, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. 4.49 million smite damage with 119% crit damage
Heck yeah.
and 86% crit chance. So yeah, it's gonna wreck everything.
No doubt. I didn't look at the PDT. I'm wondering what the PDT goes up to when it's buffed. It's got to be pretty good.
We can check it out next one.
We're going to PDT build, huh?
I've been using PDTs like crazy. In fact, I debated on taking my PDT up to C8, but I don't want to blow all the C8 amps and all that. I've actually got quite a few of them sitting in the bank now.
I only have 5 right now.
I'm full up. I gotta deal with my inventory real quick. Only 5, Cookie says.
Yeah, I mean, I found 2 and bought the other 3
Yeah.
for like, I don't know, like 10 million each.
The prices, I think the market's starting to get flooded a little bit more with them now. The prices will start going down.
Yeah, I mean, I still see like one guy still selling them for 50 million. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna buy that.
Yeah. Well, he's just hoping to catch that person that logs in, and the most I've paid so far for one has been 10.
Yeah. That's how much it should be worth.
I'm off the market for buying them now because I've actually got a bunch sitting in my bank. But if I was to buy them, I wouldn't pay more than 10. And ideally, now that the market's getting more and more flooded, I would pay significantly less than that. Look at this, man. Pathfinder's like crazy. None of them are the right shot type. The window to sell a lot of that stuff has closed. Because now, you know, before there was like 2 or 3 of them total that had been found per platform. So the people were charging a premium for them.
But now everyone finds them. So.
Yeah, and I mean now there's, I mean I can tell you, I can name you a dozen people that have more than one sitting. You know, I don't think that triple projectile shot is working on the EV2 either. I gotta do some testing with it. But I really don't think it's working.
What else kind of random could I put down here?
I don't think I've got enough money for it. Nope. Probably not.
Enough money for what?
Everything.
All the things.
I'll take it as a freebie though.
You wanna put down your PDT down here just to see the damage?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, mine is at 1.15 million right now.
I need 40 if you guys get it.
Yeah. Just put it right next to the other one, I guess.
Showing 1.54.
Yeah. It's not bad for tier 1.
It's not bad at all. And it's,
I mean,
I took the explosive route.
yeah, mine is explosive as well, but it is 1.15 because it's storm and water elemental, so
Oh, nice.
it also it's like a poison.
How many shards did I gild? I've probably gilded 40 to 50 shards, something like that. I'm gonna get it recorded and edited today, Kurt. So it'll probably be either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. I am gonna switch it up and move over to Twitch here in about 30-45 minutes. I'm still trying to get that Twitch partnership, so I'm gonna make sure I'm spending a little time over there. I want to add the late night streams in again over at Twitch, but I don't want to kill my numbers right now until I get either approved or denied for a partnership. I think that's, personally, that was my prediction when they got rid of the Nightmare name and went with Trials. Is I think that down the road they're going to add a Nightmare toggle back on. I don't know if they'll have Hardcore too, but I really do.
It would be nice.
Yeah, I do think they're going to add a Nightmare toggle back on. And they kept the name so it would be like DD1. I don't know. That's not from any sort of educated guess. That's just my theory on it.
I mean, it would be nice. Hardcore mode?
I don't think 1,000,000 health on a barb is necessary. Nah. I mean, the more health you stack, the more damage you're taking away. You know?
Yeah. Like, I have health only on my 2 weapons because I don't want the ability damage. Everything else is hero damage and I still have 619k. So, I don't need more HP.
Right. See, you don't. Why no ability damage at all? Or ability power?
it's a waste personally, because you know, like I'm going for a hero damage route.
Well, it makes your lightning stance do more, doesn't it? No?
I think the bowl does more damage than like the thing that's wandering around.
Yeah.
I actually don't know like the actual difference, if it actually scales the AP or not. Like I don't know how that works, but I can just use it for CC as well.
Can't seem to get that stuck flyer marked. Maybe he's coming out now anyway.
I mean, all I need is really Siphon Stance. And, you know, with all the hero damage increase, like the scaling on Burning Strikes, Lightning Touch, like that's what makes it so insane.
Yeah. You talking about Defender medals there, Ramses? Just any expeditions. Doesn't even have to be Chaos 7. They all reward the same. I mean, if you're not doing Chaos 7, though, and you're capable of doing Chaos 7, then you're missing out on other things, you know. Pardon me, burping on y'all. What's going on there, Coloxus? How are you?
Tier 2 Skyguard with 5.8 million DPS. Feels good, man.
A lot of those shards just aren't worth it to guild, though, Beaumont. You gotta think about that, too. Like, I guilded everything, and I still will guild everything. If I don't have one, and I've got 10 of it, I'm gonna guild it. Just because that's how I am. But a lot of them, I instantly was like, oh, that was a huge waste. You know? Yeah, I actually have been using it, Emmanuel. It's good, but it takes forever to ramp up. Now, once it gets ramped up, it's really, really strong, but it takes a long time to get there. And I'm not getting any good stuff. You back over 1,000 Ascension yet, Omni? Guess I could look, huh? No, it won't show.
No, quite close to it, I think.
This is the first time I've been over 1,000 Ascension since my very first Ancient Power.
964.
Oh, you're right there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Be there in no time. Welcome there, Travio. Lurk away. Lurking is always approved. You know, I'm not certain on that one, Emmanuel. Would have to try it out and see. I think it does, but I'm not positive. I mean, it works in the tavern. Well, that doesn't really say anything. The problem is if you just look at an explosive trap in general, unless you've just got it straight up spawn camped, and you look at the number of charges used at the end of the map, it's just not very many, you know? Unless you're just really just spawn camping it. Well, there's a 4-bar unique crit.
Nice.
You know, I actually put, I was debating on what to put in that third mod slot on my Frostbites, focusing on the Frosty Power, and not necessarily the slowing benefits, but just focusing on the boosting benefits. I couldn't figure out what to do, and I had a 4-bar.
All you need is range one.
Well,
like
I'm capped. Yeah, I'm capped on the range. And you can't put an element on it because it's already locked. So you can't get the extra defense power there, so I ended up going with a unique power one on it.
It doesn't work. It doesn't attack with Frosty Power.
No?
No,
it does. No, that's not true. It does, because I tested it.
Then the power chip doesn't work with it. Like, or maybe it does.
I could see power
when I
chip not
tested
working with it, but when I tested the unique one, it definitely worked.
Okay.
There was
I think when I tested this with power chip, like the buff seems like it would stay the same. Like it didn't change it.
No, I didn't test it with power chip. I just assumed.
Power cells, yeah.
Shocking revelation is for weapon manufacturers only there, Kurt? Or do you mean using it with Frosties? Oh, it's a been there, done that situation. That was one of the first setups I went with. Once I got it all dialed in. Frosty Power is big. I mean, it's the biggest single buff in the game that I'm aware of.
And if you like make it like a complete aura setup with the frost behind it, if they ever get to your boost aura, the boost aura gets buffed as well. So
yeah, that's ridiculous.
So it's a buff on a buff on a buff, pretty much.
No other relics. Right now, Coloxus, the only thing that drops is medallions and totems. Marks and orbs have been removed. Now, any marks and orbs that are still in the game basically kept the same name, but they're medallions now. They've got defense power and defense health on it.
I mean, marks and orbs can have a pretty high value simply because they can roll higher than the new ones that are after the patch for some reason.
See, mine is relics are not. That's only with armor. With relics, that doesn't apply.
It does. I checked it, like with mine.
Well, my max one before is still at the current max now, and there's nothing higher than it. The 51601. And it was a max mark prior. And it's still at the max.
I would have to check at
I've got it right here on these PDTs.
I mean, like, if I look at like level 6 one.
Or
like
no.
one,
Let me clarify that. The max isn't higher. The 6 out of 10 value is higher. So the maxes are still the same, old and new gear. However, if you don't plan on upgrading it, the maxes are higher at 6 out of 10 upgrades. That's what it is. I failed to clarify.
It's kind of weird.
Well, what it is the scaling, because there was, with going from however many upgrades it had down to 10 upgrades, it's a different scaling system, It's gonna get smacked. So that's why I think they did it. But yeah, if you look at a 6 of 10 old item, it's got higher max values than a new item. But at 10 of 10, they're the same. So it's the old stuff has a different scaling. To me, it means nothing because I'm going to upgrade all my stuff. If I was going to leave my stuff at 6 of 10, then it would be beneficial to use the old stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, like I didn't check it on the next tier.
Yeah, I don't know when it evens out. I'm assuming it's probably over the course of it, maybe.
Probably.
I forgot about that part, though. Gobu and I were talking about that yesterday. I'm out of juice here. This top lane needs a couple more Rs or something.
I can give you some mana.
Sweet.
I'm just messing around in the middle anyway.
Fair enough. That is the official barbarian beatdown lane.
Not that it will happen, but yeah, sure.
Well, no, I mean the barbarian beating down everything else is what I'm saying.
I'm just trying to get like every defense I have right now in this setup. It looks very weird.
I got 150 if anybody needs it.
You can check out your PDT again if you want to. Like, it'll probably be even higher now.
Well, it'll kill the unique defense though, won't it? Or no, I guess it won't. It just won't give an additional buff.
Yeah. Just
That's awesome.
What else can I put down?
That lightning strike aura is not close enough. Here you go.
We have 17 more. Let's see. I got one. The Ramsar.
There you go.
Perfect setup for C7. A lot of towers. What could possibly go wrong?
That's right. That's awesome.
I mean,
golden creeper egg? The standard pets don't sell for a ton finder. Like at most maybe a couple of million, I think. Now, if it was one of the rare, if it was hatched and it was hatched into one of the really rare pets, then it would sell for a little bit more.
Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Like the buff arrow right now has a DP bonus of 18.4k on tier 2.
Damn.
Defense is buff 25. Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Reflector beam, alright. 1 second then. Wait, put it.
The pet's only on Xbox, Gabriel. It's an Xbox exclusive pet. It's a rare drop though. Doing it 5 times, you're not going to get it. I mean, unless you're really lucky. Actually, people are saying they turned it off right now and that it's not dropping. I don't know if that's true, but people are saying that. But doing any map 5 times and expecting to get the special drop from it is not realistic. Like the drop for it, I think I did the map like 100 times before I got one on the Xbox. You just progress up through the game there, Merged. Once you get all the way through the system up to Chaos 7, you're getting the max loot. Well, the difference there, Kirk, is you get nothing for golden loot on Demon's Lair, and you get massive amounts of golden loot in other ones.
What is your PvT at now, Juice?
Oh, let me look. You get 23 defender medals, so not double, and it takes what, 6 to 8 minutes. Let's see. 1.6 at tier 1.
Yeah, it seems fine.
So, I mean, I would not encourage doing Demon's Lair to farm Defender medals. You're missing out on massive amounts of golden loot. Plus, if you look at the time, you're not gaining that many extra Defender medals. But you do what you want to do. If that's fun to you, then do it. You know? But you're just missing out on all the other stuff. I mean, but to do, like, say, Unholy Catacombs, or even, say, Gates or whatever, on Expeditions Chaos 7, it's a 6-minute map.
Just a bit more mana than I can get the Wizard to tier 5. Right now it was for 21.8k and 56.56% crit damage.
There's been stuck mob problems ever since the beginning SL. I can't imagine it's going to get fixed anytime soon. It'll require the world creators to fix that. They've got to enlarge the collision on the entrances. or change the mob pathing so that they go dead center out the entrance. But I don't think it will be changed anytime soon. It's just going to be a problem we've got to deal with.
Where is she?
This is Chaos 7 there, Mathematics.
You wanna check your PDT again when I boost it with the Talisman of Empowerment?
Oh my god, it's going to be through the roof.
Probably.
Is it... Oop, that's the
Doesn't let me
obelisk.
place it down. Doesn't let me... I need to find a spot where I actually place it down. There we go.
2.71. But that's not including the crit damage, and it's 155% crit damage. So it's doing ridiculous numbers.
Pretty much. Probably just one-shotting everything.
The Ancient Power System there, Beastly Muffin, raises your Ascension caps. On consoles, it's L3 and then right on the D-pad. I think it's L3 or L2. It's the left button. Is that L2 or is that L3? I don't even know. It's the left button and then over to the right on the D-pad.
It's ridiculous, like defense power bonus of 23.4k and defense crit damage is 60.9%.
Yeah.
For every defense, that seems pretty good. I mean, tier 2 Earthshatter with 4.51 million DPS.
Dying.
And the Skyguard has on tier 2 6.4 million. See how I can get that DPS on the cannon.
It's not that it's better without Earth Toss Doppelganger. In fact, I'm using Earth Toss right now and completely destroying it. The thing with the Earth Shatter mods is if you use if you use Earth Toss and you use the new Shatterquake mod, they contradict with each other. The Shatterquake is an AoE that gets put on the ground. You can see it, that little zappy on the ground.
I think it actually applies also on the air.
It doesn't apply in the air unless they're hit with it before they get knocked up. So if the animation goes on the ground prior to the knock-up, then it doesn't apply.
Sometimes I saw like flyers getting set on fire like at the same time, so...
I think that's something buggy with the explosion.
Yeah, it could be.
But they contradict each other. I'm using them both right now because I don't care. And I'm getting the best of both worlds.
Pretty much the same.
So, I mean, I wouldn't not use them both now. In fact, when I do Earth Shatter build, it's going to include both mods. Just because if something doesn't get knocked up, then it's getting the crap burned out of it. If it does get knocked up, then it may or may not be getting the crap burned out of it. But regardless, it's just good, you know. The reason you get more DPS on the tooltip is because you're using a damaging shard instead of that AoE shard.
You can't trust DPS anymore anyway because it doesn't include crit anymore.
Right. None of the tooltips are right. Some of them are even completely whacked out just off of the base numbers. Look at the Fishers.
Yeah.
55,000 DPS, yet it's doing 180 twice a second. Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah. It just seems weird.
Yeah. Definitely. Anyway, let's do one more here and then take a little quick break.
Yeah.
Yeah, best hero is definitely opinion and context for sure. It's going good there, Marcio. We got everybody now. The fire mod for Ramsters is not very good. There's no doubt about that. It actually drops your damage down considerably. It's got a cool factor, but that's about it. Most of the hero-specific mods are going to, or defense-specific mods actually do drop your DPS. There's only a few of them that are really good.
Yeah. Just because they are a flat amount of damage, it doesn't scale with anything.
Yeah. The poison mods for the ballista and for the snakes is kind of crappy. I'm using the poison mod on my snakes anyway, just for controlled burn lanes. But that is the only use I'm getting out of them, really. It ignites them, but overall is what I'm saying. If you look at the DPS that you're putting out there, Doppelganger, it's igniting them for a little bit of tickle damage. That is not as much damage that you would be producing if you used a different mod. Well, my favorite heroes are the Monk and the EV2. But I'm playing with them all right now just to check them all out. The Apprentice has been a lot of fun. I've been playing with the Apprentice for about 4 or 5 days now. It's been a blast. Why can I not get you marked? Huh. The Earth Shatter is really, really good for Cyborg lanes, Aku. Monk Auras. Yeah, Monk Auras are really, really good for Cyborg lanes if you have tenacity.
You don't even need tenacity personally. Like, that's my opinion.
Don't need tenacity because of what?
If you, like, I use the Serenity Aura with a slow, just any slow, and before they even get there, they will just die.
Yeah.
That was, like, without the boost arrow right now I have. Like, they will do way more damage now. Just put a Frosty behind that, and the moment they get close, they will.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's talking about just individual tower, though. His effectiveness. I mean, if you stack the power up with Frosty and all that, everything's just going to just evaporate.
Yeah.
Frosty power is like the MVP here, man. I'm surprised there's not more people using it.
I mean, right now I'm not using it as well because it's already overkill, but in Onslaught, I guess.
Yeah. I've got mine really dialed in right now. My Frosties. All gilded. And I haven't been... Yeah, I mean, in Trials, it's just kind of pointless. Other than just for fun, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like what we did before on the Bastille map.
I'm still calling it Trials. I wonder how many months it's going to take me to get me to quit calling it Trials.
Until they make a new mode that is called Trials.
Yeah, then I'll call it Expeditions. Yeah, you're going to be way better off with a regular fire mod. I just did a defense spotlight on Ramsters. Now that's Frost-specific Ramsters. But you could change out that Frosty damage mod for melee damage. And maybe throw some sort of explosion on there and have it as a general use tower for any lane. and still it would still be effective on frost lanes, just not as good as that one I did. I actually had one unbuffed Ramster with that build that I just put out yesterday. I had one unbuffed Ramster handle a lane by itself in like Onslaught floor 140. Just crazy, the amount of damage it puts out. I put it there just to... I had backup stuff in case the lane didn't hold. So I had backup stuff down the lane at the core. But I put it there just to see how it would do, and it melted the entire lane. I was amazed. When you're getting that, you know, you're used to seeing the over 2 billion damage on your Obelisk or on, you know, some buffed up Earth Shatters or buffed up LSAs or whatever. But when you get that on a Ramster, oh man. That's good times. Independently, not looking at other defenses, melee boom is definitely the boom you want to go with. But you don't want to put melee boom on everything.
Pretty much want to put melee boom on like defense that you know will last it.
Yeah. What I've been going with is putting melee boom on the fastest firing defenses.
Yeah, because it's most likely.
Yeah, it gives it more chances to get the KB. I put it on my... It's on my Flame Auras right now. And then I use... actually, it's on my Lightning Strikes too. I got it on Flame Auras and Lightning Strikes right now. But I don't have it on anything else. I'm anxious to see what they change Weapon Man's. Lalta was very, he repeated it many times on Trendy Friday Fun that Trendy's very happy with where the damage is at, but they're not happy with the stun. If they straight up just remove the stun and keep the damage where it is, that's going to be a worthless mod. Because the damage on it is actually really low. I mean, the reason you use it is for the stun. The damage sucks. The damage from the mod. So I'm hoping that they take that into consideration. I mean, you compare it to Shatterquake. The damage from Shatterquake is more than what the damage from the Weapon Man is. And it's a dot that gets applied, so it gets ripped off over and over and over again. Plus it stacks. I was told at the beginning that the Shatterquake dot only stacked with different Shatterquakes, but you can see it right on the dummy. It stacks independently. Just with one Earth Shatter down, it still stacks. I use LSAs for Destructive Pylon. I pulled it out of my sand traps, quit being stubborn, and went with it in LSA. It's perfect for a buff. Only 20 DU, you can fit it on every lane, and it's still ripping out over 1 million DPS on its own, you know? And it's easy to stack things around it. It's a shame that the buff beam costs so much. Having it cost 50% more than a boost star and not really doing anything that a boost star doesn't do just makes you wonder, you know?
Yeah. They should just bring back the old buff beams from DD1.
Those things were awesome.
Yeah. Simply because they were increasing the defense rate as well.
Yeah. I got time for one more if you guys got time for one more.
Sure.
Then I'm going to take a little break, get some more coffee and some food in me. And then I'll be back over at Twitch later on. I'm going to take about a 30-45 minute break. Bring back the monks and Rajar. Got strength drain. Bring that bad boy back. Could bring back all the monk R's from DD1. I'd be happy. That's the percentage modifier of your percentage past your swing speed. Clear out some of this stuff real quick. I mean, how do I not keep that? Actually, I got a couple of 4-bar mods out of that.
Nice. I mean, this will keep like 4 tier bars as well.
Yeah.
Just in case if they decide to rescale everything. Which I still hope they will do.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. In my opinion.
Try with 1. I went from 3 to 2, and now just going to try with 1 Earth Shatter. And see what happens. I'll put 1 Aura into 1 of each. 1 LSA, 1 Flame.
Want me to buff it or not?
No, let's just see how it does by itself. See if it'll hold that lane.
Alright. Yeah, sure. Just asking.
The 3 is really awesome down there. And 3 buffed, of course, is even better. But it's without a doubt for Chaos 7 just complete overkill.
It feels like everything is overkill for C7.
Yeah. Yeah, 0% would mean it's at the standard attack swing speed. The best bet is to completely ignore that number, because it's hard enough to find the weapon that you want with the swing speed you want. Trying to find something based off of that number when the amount of damage it equals is just negligible. It's best just to ignore that number, in my opinion. You don't see any significant gains or losses using the various percentage types. Is the EV2 the fastest hero?
The fastest here would be the Mystic.
Yeah, the Mystic is definitely the fastest. Nah, Chaos enemies mean the special Chaos mobs. They're 1000 gigabyte. So it would be Vanguards, Cyborgs, Geodes, Lady Orcs, Hex Throwers, and Kobolds. Those are the Chaos enemies. That's another video I gotta get going, but it's gonna be a massive, massive editing job, so I haven't been... It's gonna be one of those 15-minute videos that takes 8 hours to edit, so I haven't been jumping on that very quickly. The price for a Protean polearm? I don't remember. What is it, 250 gems? How much were the Protean weapons?
I think 250 for each, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see, did you see the one Lady Orc went up and caught on fire, and the Lady Orc that was just barely behind it didn't get the fire. But it's, in my opinion, it's still worth it to use them both.
Yeah, I still use them both.
A lot of people questioned me on that one video I did, but it was I'd just gotten the mod and I was testing the mod. I wanted to see what it was going to do by itself, you know, without adding in the AoE. Thanks for subscribing.
So big for a treasure.
Yeah, definitely.
Really, I'm pretty sure if you don't attack, the lane will still hold. by themselves. They probably won't even be past the proton beam.
I'm wondering, I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of that.
I'm pretty sure if you get rid of the LSA as well, like,
You
pretty
think?
sure that works. You could just remove everything there, I think. They won't get past it.
That's crazy, man.
Like that, I know that goes off mastery. Like I said, I pretty much had one line with Shatterer and PDT and like one LC right next to them both if anything comes out through, like the Lady Orcs. But
It's just getting destroyed.
it never happens. It never happens. Just a knock up every, like Lady Orc gets knocked up. Okay, well, Sky God helps a bit, but still,
Yeah.
just the amount of knockups is too much. Like, and if you put two
It's
down,
pretty big.
You can, if you put two down, you can just forget about that lane.
Yeah.
As long as it isn't headstrong. That's the only exception, pretty much.
Just crazy.
And once, you know, Shocking Revelation gets fixed, nerfed, or whatever, you can pretty much just do these two and pretty much be done with Mastery as well, I think.
Yeah.
And you may put a boost arrow to it, and yeah.
I'll just boost our out. That's just a happy thought right there. 2 towers and a boost star just destroying things.
I mean, we could check if these two towers and when booster would hold it. Because right now the,
Yeah.
you know, Sky God is still helping.
Yeah, as far as base goes, but the EV2 doesn't have anything to modify the run speed as far as abilities, where the Mystic's, of course, full appeasement. The Mystic is insanely fast. I'm not sure who has the highest base. I've never even bothered looking. I just...
Pretty sure they all have the same.
Nah, they've got different bases. They normalized the original 4 heroes back a while ago, but remember the Squire used to run real slow. I've been ignoring assassins for a year there, CJ. The greatest assassin counter is hero health. If you have hero health, your defenses are just going to kill them. You know? Man, it's crazy how fast this lane's getting melted. I mean, I know it's just chaos 7, but...
Yeah, just chaos 7. It's the highest
crazy.
normal chaos.
just getting destroyed.
Yeah. And it's pretty much 3 defenses that are holding it. PDT, Earthshatterer, and the Sky God.
Yeah.
And if you look at the damage dealt, the Earthshatterer is just doing all the work pretty much.
Yeah, or no, 0.75 is the cap on Earthshatter.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if you could just, you know, have it as fast as you want, like, no. Everything would be gotten broken.
I think
Like,
tenacity is the gear tenacity is designed to affect assassins. It's just not. I think that that's a buggy mod at the moment. I think Trendy will make adjustments to that.
I still won't use it.
Don't really feel the need for it. Yeah, I mean, you're better getting more power.
Yeah, especially on Barbarian, because CC, Assassin comes turtle cents for a second and you'd be done with it.
Yeah.
Especially later on, like, higher chaos floors.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, there comes the Zipper.
Zebra gonna get wrecked. Just ridiculous, man. I've never loved Earthshatter so much. I've always liked it, but oh my god, it's so good right now. I mean, I could see using it all the time.
I would put it like on the same level as Weaponmancer right now.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about it. And the thing, Earthshatter isn't getting all the publicity that Weaponmans are getting.
Yeah.
So Earthshatter's a lot less likely to get nerfed in the near future.
I don't really
Assuming
know
that no one from
soon.
Trendy is watching this stream right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think Side did it on his first day, just Earthshatters and Skyguards. And just Track C7 with it, so they know about it anyway.
Well, I mean, that was an old build. You know, you didn't even need the mods to do that.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not working, it's that you're dying really fast twice in a row, CJ. Like, if you got something that's one-shotting, remember it's going to one-shot you a second time right away. It's too quick to even see any sort of an animation. But it works, it does work. But the problem is the resurrection is instant. So, you know, say you got a big mob there and it's swinging for 1,000,000, then you're just dead. It's going to burn right through it, you know? My Earth Shatter, I'm using what? Shatterquake, Melee Boom, and Defense Rate. Now, I gotta make some adjustments with my defense rate, because right now I'm over the cap with this setup.
Yeah. Once you have a gilded defense rate, then you can just swap it out for, I don't know. What would even make sense on it?
Oh, does
pure
the gilded
power?
defense rate get you to the cap?
I guess so. Most of the defenses it is like that. Like, I don't exactly know it, but
Yeah.
it would make sense like on, you know, the flame arrows it is like that. So, and I think on Ramses as well, wasn't it Omni?
There's quite a few defenses
Yeah.
that gilded will get you to the cap, but there's some where it won't. Probably not many, though. I don't know if Earth Shatter's one of those or not. I'd have to check it out.
I have to check it out, like how much it is,
Yeah.
like close to the cap. I think it was
Anyway,
something
everybody,
like
that is going to do it
0.96.
for now. As I mentioned, going to be live over on Twitch here in about 30 minutes, but I do want to take a short break, get a little something to eat in me and all that good stuff. But thank you all an absolute ton for swinging by. Cookie and Omni, appreciate it.
GG.
GG.
And anyway, I'll be live back on YouTube again at 1 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. But in the meantime, I've been asking people every stream. I'm trying to get a Twitch partnership, and I'm really, really close to being at the minimum requirements. So any help any of you all could give me, I would greatly appreciate it. So swing on by, even if you can only swing by for just a minute, and say hi over on the Twitches. But thank you all once again, and I will see you guys soon. Take it easy.